Are you ready to be great? Stop letting self-doubt, insecurity, and fear prevent you from building your business. This morning, wake up to success. Here's John Preston.
Good morning. Thanks for joining me here on this Monday, October 4th, 2021. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the psychology of success. In fact, you will hear this as a common theme among the things we do here on this show, because this show is all about overcoming those internal struggles that stop us from being able to move forward with our business like we wish we could. That self-doubt and that indecision and that fear that comes into play. Those things that paralyze us from success. Now, I can tell you, 10 years ago, I would have laughed at the very thought about me talking about psychology. I'd always been a hard science person, physics, astronomy, math, that kind of thing. And to me, it just didn't make sense that I could stand in front of a mirror and say some affirmations and think positively, and the world would just align itself to meet my needs and make me successful. Well, years later, I realized that I was looking at things all wrong. I realized that there was a factor that I wasn't taking into account when I was looking at that view of the world. And that factor is that we are incredibly inefficient as a species. We are very, very poor when it comes to getting things done. We spend so much time caught up in our own heads, doubting our decisions, challenging, thinking about, should I do this? Should I not do this? Worrying. In fact, if you were to tally up all of the time we spend during the day actually doing something that moves our career and our business forward, it's very, very limited. Think about the amount of time you spend worrying about a decision. That's all wasted. That's not work. And what I've discovered is that all of these things I used to feel disdain for, these self-help books, they're very powerful because what they do is they take our mind to a more positive place, a more confident place. Because when we're feeling better about ourselves, we stop questioning our decisions. Often we know exactly what we need to do, but we second guess ourselves for so long that we simply don't do it. And so when we go through with these sessions, you'll notice a lot of the things I talk about are all designed to make us more confident, to get rid of that self-doubt, because it's when we start becoming more efficient that we start to see things improve. In truth be told, the only difference between any of us and an Elon Musk or a Jeff Bezos or any of those guys is that they make the right decision a little bit more often and a little bit faster than we do. And that's the secret. They still pick wrong a lot of times. They still often delay making decisions because of indecision, because they're people, they're humans, but they choose right a little bit more often. So what we talk about in these sessions are often just that. Let's make us ourselves more efficient. Because if we're able to go from being 10% efficient at what we do to being 15% or 20% or 25%, suddenly we're elevated among all of those around us, and we have such a competitive edge that will lead to our success simply because we learn to control our fear and self-doubt. And that is incredibly powerful, and it's what leads to success.